Welcome to New Jersey Patriot News, your source for Second Amendment news in New Jersey and around the nation. I'm your host, Matthew Bartkey. Today is Thursday, January 25th, 2024. The Second Amendment Foundation and District Attorney for Warren County, Pennsylvania, Robert Green, have filed a federal lawsuit Tuesday challenging the federal prohibition on gun ownership by medical marijuana users. The case, which was filed in the Western District of Pennsylvania, names U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland as well as the heads of the FBI and ATF as defendants, is the first civil case filed to challenge the federal statute, rather than one stemming from criminal cases. The ban, codified in 18 U.S.C. 922G3, makes it a crime for someone who is an unlawful user of or addicted to any controlled substance as defined in Section 102 of the Controlled Substances Act to possess a firearm. Despite numerous states having various levels of legal use for marijuana, it remains an unlawful substance under federal law, classified as a Schedule I drug under the Controlled Substances Act. Challenges to this prohibition have been gaining new focus since the Bruen decision of 2022 clarified that any law implicating the Second Amendment must be based on the text of the Constitution and history of widespread laws and traditions as they were understood at the time of the ratification of the Constitution in 1791. Other challenges to 18 U.S.C. 922G3 include the United States v. Daniels case, originating from a criminal case from Mississippi, where the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals found the law unconstitutional as applied to the defendant and is awaiting certiorari, commonly called cert, meaning acceptance, from the Supreme Court, as well as the United States v. Harris case originating from a criminal case in Pennsylvania, currently awaiting appeals decision in the Third Circuit. And perhaps most infamously, the pending case against Hunter Biden in Delaware Federal District Court, though his charges stem from use of crack cocaine as opposed to marijuana. Oral arguments were held in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals for the California assault weapons ban case, Miller v. Bonta, yesterday. Arguments took place for less than an hour, with two of the three judges seemingly struggling to grasp core tenets of the Second Amendment, the Heller and Bruen decisions, and even the basic function of the firearms the case is litigating. Second Amendment advocates are not optimistic regarding the three-judge panel's likelihood to find in favor of the Second Amendment, with Second Amendment attorney, advocate, and social media influencer Mark Smith stating on his X account, "The two liberal judges, Berzin and Nguyen, were unimpressive," and "I now understand what it was like watching a court argument in the 1950s Alabama, Mississippi over racial segregation, where intellectually dishonest, results-oriented judges worked overtime to avoid the obvious, legally compelled outcome based upon clear, binding U.S. Supreme Court precedent." Lawmakers in the South Carolina Senate yesterday took up debate on a bill for permitless or constitutional carry. While many had high hopes that the Senate would swiftly pass the legislation, which could make South Carolina the 28th state to pass such a law, the evening ended without much progress, having many amendments proposed that would drastically alter the scope and purpose of the bill. Some of the amendments proposed were to create a new set of sensitive places that would make it unlawful for those without a permit to carry in such places, creating a red flag law provision that would include small infractions, possibly as small as traffic violations, and to create two classes of lawful gun owners, those who possess a state carry permit and those who do not, the latter being significantly restricted, where they may lawfully carry versus permit holders. Debate was taken up again today and is continuing at the time of this recording. This is New Jersey Patriot News, your source for Second Amendment news in New Jersey and around the nation. I'm Matthew Bartkey. Thanks for listening.